steady when the wind blows. The rhythm strong inside me. Hold myself tightly when the heat goes. Raise the blinds covering the windows. I'm coming out of the dark. I'm coming up from the ashes. Let it all fall apart. And then I light up the matches. I'm coming out of the dark. Well, I can move steady when the wind blows. The rhythm strong inside me. Hold yourself tightly when the heat goes. Raise the blinds covering the windows. I'm coming out of the dark. I'm coming up from the ashes. Let it all fall apart. And then I light up the matches. I'm coming out of the dark. 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 I'm coming out of the dark.
So there we were beneath the burning sky. Both had a reason to live, but so much more to die. Will fate decide who has to go? Oh, oh. We both know pain, but we deal it too. Who's dealt more? Well, I leave that up to you. I circle round, but you double back every time I turn you up. There in fact, well, I guess I met my match. morphine, suit and tie head, another target on his mind. He did not see me creep up from behind. For one long day and one painful night, I waited to take him by surprise. He was so unaware and unafraid to die. This is how it ends. Let's just not pretend that we never walked this path alone. They will never see the likes of us again, though we may have saved a life or two. It never made us heroes, my friend. With our final breath we repair. Hope to be forgiven for our sins. After all, we were two monsters dead sent to the dead. Everybody's talking at me lately, trying to stop me doing what I do. So I take out the trash and then I slip out the back in my alligator boots. Slipping to the car, trying to catch 'em crazy. When they up on the stage, you know, make this night amazing. Ooh, it feels so good to be free. Loose, chasing the rhythm and the beat. I got everybody shaking like it's New Orleans, yeah, baby. It feels so good to be free. Everybody shaking like it's New Orleans, yeah, baby. It feels so good to be free. Cause tomorrow you still feel it, baby. Infected with the rhythm and blues. Honey, that's alright. We only live for the night, so let's shake this room.
Yo! Right before it cut over, Patrick's just like, let me get my hair. Let me get my
My
hair.
hair together.
Oh my gosh.
I had to get it out of my face, Adam. I had to get it out of my face.
Yeah,
My hair on my
I
face.
know. I know.
Yeah.
I do. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm all right, man. Living the dream. Right?
Living the dream. Living the dream. Patrick and I did a podcast recording yesterday, and in unison, we both said "living the dream." Patrick has adopted that now, so I love it. I love it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Saturday, another live stream. We are your hosts, and we will answer as many questions as we can. Yeah, no black t-shirt today. You never know. You never know, Thomas. Jason's in the house. Good to see you, Jason. Good morning, Sheila. Okay, so I don't know, man. Like anything, we're flying to Norway tomorrow. It was like looking really good, and now it's like no, it's really
Cold.
Yeah. So we're prepared though. We're prepared. Mostly prepared. We found out that we both ordered something wrong.
It does not fit. It does not fit. It's too small. It's too small. We are not little people. Adam and I are not little people.
Yes. So no, it was like just the thermal like underwear stuff, and we both ordered the same size that was too small for either one of us. So oh well. We'll figure it out. All right. If you are new to the live stream or GuineaCube in general, put hashtag new in the chat. We always love seeing the new folks. Want to welcome y'all. And thank you for being here. And if you see folks with the green name or the GuineaCube logo next to their name, they are members of GuineaCube. So shout out to all the members of GuineaCube. We appreciate all the support. And we love y'all, and thank you for helping. If you want to learn more about being a member, check out the link on the screen or hit the join button down below to learn more. No commitment required. Just a big thank you from both of us. And members, hold your questions until the second half. Chatmaster C will let you know when to get them in. Yeah, Johnny. Yes, the conference sessions are indoor, but Tuesday we're going to be like going. Apparently, we were told there's a snow adventure, and so that's really what we're concerned with. So. You were going to say,
and
something.
Also, next weekend, can't forget this, Adam. Next weekend, there is a SQL Saturday here in Atlanta. I won't be here. I won't be at.
I was going to say,
is it next weekend? Yeah, it's next weekend. I just got it. Alex is coming down. Alex will be doing a workshop. I think it's this week. I think it's next weekend. I'm pretty sure it's next weekend. So Alex will be doing a workshop. Yeah. You gotta check it out. If you haven't registered, go to SQLSaturday.com.
Yes, right. Alex put a thing in there. 47 months as a member. Appreciate you, buddy. He said you bring in some Air Jordan snow boots on the trip. We actually looked. Patrick said there were Nike boots available, but he didn't get those.
No, I bought some other ones.
Yeah. And then he said, when are you doing that Data Factory Copilot video? Yeah, Patrick, when are you going to record a video?
I'm waiting for Alex. He told me he wanted to be in the video. So
well, my question wasn't specific to Alex, by the way. So yeah, we're Snow Adventure is getting to and from the hotel and anywhere. So that's the thing. They told us to when we get there. So we're supposed to take a train from the airport to where it's near the hotel and area.
City Center.
And then they said, so when you go from the hotel to the location where the conference is, you have two options. Either one, you can take the bus, or two, you can walk, and it's like a 19-minute walk. I'm like, I ain't walking that. like that. No, not in that temperature.
Paul has a pre-con too. I forgot. Paul has a pre-con in Atlanta too.
Atlanta, yeah. Mark, Kevin did a great job on Saturday Morning Learning this morning, showing us the magic of query view. Yes, that is Patrick's delight in life. So, also, just another reminder. I'm gonna throw this out there again. It didn't keep. Well, so join us for SQL Bits. Use code GIEC10 all lowercase to do that. But I also did. I don't know what happened there, but join us for Fabric Conference as well, Fabric Community Conference as well. You can use code CUBE100 to get $100 off, and then the GIEC 10 for SQL Bits is 10% off. So definitely do that. We'll see. All right, cool. All right, take a walk; it'll wake you up after a long. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think I'm gonna take that 19-minute walk, man. I'm gonna take it every morning.
I will wave at you as I go by in the bus. It'll be like us reenacting that train ride in, the train ride where Patrick was stranded with Crystals in my luggage, and we were stuck on the train just waving at him like.
Crystal said I'm lying. She said I'm lying.
Yeah, you are lying.
He won't do it.
No, he won't. Patrick's all talk. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see who's new. Let's see here. James is new. Amar is new. SQL Gene is old and decrepit. All right. Let's see. Any other new folks here? Toomey said, good afternoon. I'm new here. Welcome to me.
It's somebody's birthday.
Whose birthday?
Happy birthday. I can't pronounce the name. Dimitri? So happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Maybe I haven't gotten to that yet. Yeah, and then Kagan is new as well. Thomas is old and bald. I read that in my head as bald. And I was like, you're in good company. But no, it's yeah. Bootleg Batman says
thanks,
it
Johnny.
Depends. Yes.
See, Johnny's gonna walk with me, Adam. You should walk with Johnny and I over to it's 19 minutes. It'll wake us up. A brisk walk over with your gloves. Let's do it. Andy, you're not new. You're not new, Andy.
Wow, Jessica coming in with five gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Jessica. So we got Alex, we got Ike, Yash, Alan, and Lee's. All gifted memberships from Jessica. Thank you so much, Jessica. All right. We got some rules we got to go through. Got some rules. Yeah, just gloves, nothing else.
No.
Nothing else.
The one thing that I did not get was a scarf. Do you have a scarf?
I don't, but my jacket like zips up all the way and like is a mask.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it'll be
mine
between
too.
that and the
Mine
beanie,
does
it'll
that
be
too.
fine. Yeah, it's not -20. I think the low is like 9 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's fine.
Oh no! On Wednesday it's 2. It's 2.
Yeah, but it's not -20.
No, it's not -20.
No. Anyway, all right. I'm not worried about Wednesday. I'm worried about Tuesday.
It's 10. It's 10 on Wednesday.
All
That's
right.
not a big deal.
Rules. Get back on track, Patrick.
Okay.
So please put Q: in front of your question. Get them in the queue. Chatmaster C standing by to get them in the queue for you. One time is all you need. Please do not spam the chat. If you do, we have a 3 strikes rule here on Guy in a Cube where Chatmaster C or one of the moderators, except for Patrick, will put you in a timeout. So please don't do it. And then members, again, hold your questions till the second half, and we will Chatmaster C will let you know when that happens. And we've got a bunch of questions in the queue already. We'll try to get through as many as we can. We never get through all of them, so apologies in advance. Come back next time. Of note, we will not have a live stream next Saturday. Patrick and I will be recovering.
Tired.
Yeah. So, but we'll be back the weekend after that. All right. And your fan's going off, Patrick.
It just came on too.
I know. I heard it. All right.
Yeah.
No, not that user 457. Well, unless you refer to as like sleep flying hangover, like sure. I'll still be cold. Yeah. All right. Data is king. First question. I want to compare. I'm going to mute you for a second, Patrick. I want to compare 2 fact tables, planned versus actual production, with quantities of inventory for each month. Can this be done by using treat as or by some other method? All right, Patrick, you're back on.
I mean, you could use treat as if you want to, but that's a whole bunch of DAX. I think I was looking in the chat and it said it was the same grain. So if it's the same grain, make a dimension table that sits. Okay, so there you go. Tristan already says it. Make a common dimension table. Relate both of those fact tables to that dimension table.
Yep.
Create your measures. Put them on the same visual. You can compare them. You can even do math over them if you want to. But just put it. I did a video.
Is that new math or old math?
I don't know what kind of math it is, but I'm gonna say it's old because
I don't like new math. You can't change math.
I did a video, 2 fact tables. It's somewhere on the YouTubes. Somebody
2 fact tables on the YouTubes. All right. Yeah.
Hang on, there's something else. Even if your tables do not have the same grains, you can leverage. Yeah, you could leverage a many to many, but don't do that. Yeah. Look at Marco. Use Bravo.
I know. Well, so that's depending if you want to compare it by dates, which Patrick and I, before the countdown, he was even like, well, like, are we doing it by month? Like, what are we comparing it by? Because if it's dates, like, let's get a date in there and let's go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just
so, you got to have dimensions
a good date
there.
table.
Just got to model it.
And it's written on the whiteboard to talk about a good date table.
Two fact
tables on the microphone. Wiki.
I love that. Wow.
All
right. Next one. James. Oh man, I read things weirdly in my head because it says my clients. I read that as my children. And I'm like, wait, like, what are we talking about here? This became a therapy session, Patrick. So, my clients are, well, even with clients, it could be a therapy session. So, my clients are mainly smaller, using Power BI Premium per user. All right. If they start using Fabric, do they immediately incur a several thousand per month license, or is there a pay-as-you-go option or only option? So you can start out with so you have to have capacity. PPU is not going to do it. For like POCing or something like that, just proof of concept, use the trial capacity for sure. Start with that. You don't have to pay for that. It's there for 60 days. And then when you're ready to go to production, you can start with an F2 Fabric capacity in Azure. That's the lowest tier. And then you're gonna have to gauge on what you're actually needing there from a resource perspective. So do some testing, see if the F2 is gonna cover it. So it depends on the data, it depends on the queries, it depends on a lot of things. So Patrick, it depends. And then so the F SKUs on Azure come in two flavors. You can do pay as you go, which is going to be a little higher cost than it will with the reserved instance. The reserved instance pricing will be similar, at least for F64 and above. They're like similar in comparison to a P1 SKU, but it's an annual commitment. So you have options on that front, and you could test it first with the pay as you go and just see like, hey, is this really working out? And then if it is, you're going to be using it for a while, then do the reserved instance and, get some money off of it with that annual commitment. So yeah, that's how you go. Patrick, anything else you want to add to that? Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, 41% cheaper for reserved. I haven't done the math on it. I will also say though, the pricing comparison, like pay attention to that because it depends on the region. Some of the pricing, it's not like radically different, but you will see a little bit of price differential when you look at different regions. So be aware of that.
Oh my god.
I wasn't even paying attention. What were you doing?
I don't know, man.
All right. No, he's not.
I don't know. I like the little music that's playing.
All right. All right. Let's go. Guillermo. Let's see. Hey, Adam. Whew. Can you try change a measure with decimals and thousands delimiter in the semantic model in a lakehouse? There's no way to do it. Any workaround? So Patrick and I were looking, and I'm like, so first off, when you try to open the model, like when you see the data set in the workspace, open data model is not there if you're looking at the default data set. So that was the thing I was telling Patrick's like, yeah, it's there. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I bet you they're looking at the default data set and not a customized data set. However, there is a way to do this with the default data set. So Patrick, you want to show it?
There is. Enough of all this talking. Let's head to my laptop.
All right.
All right. So we're going to show both, Adam. So I'm in a workspace that's backed by Fabric capacity. Created a lakehouse, go in my lakehouse, and how do I get to that default data set? Also, let me go back out for 1 second, Adam. If you see, this is your semantic model, you can't open the model view. You're like, well, how do I do this, right? Well, go here, switch over to that trusty SQL endpoint, and my neighbor is coming below me. That's why you hear the garage opening. And then you click model and create a measure. And when you create a measure, you'll see these options over here, Adam, where you can set 1,000 separators and the number of decimal places. If you're actually in another data model, a custom data model. You can go open data model and then choose the measure. And then you'll also see it there, right, in the model view. So you can set your decimal places and the such, Mr. Saxton.
All right. So, excellent. And yeah, Matthias, it's warehouse, lakehouse. So we're talking about the semantic model, so it'll work.
Yeah.
It should work.
Yep.
And then Bootleg Batman coming in with a super chat. Appreciate the super chat. That is a odd question. If a hot dog wore pants, would it wear them across the bun or across the? I don't know. I have no idea.
The bun. It would wear them across the bun. It would split the bottom of the bun and put the paint one side in each pants leg. Yeah, there you go. That's the answer.
Okay.
Bun for show. That's right. Bun for show. That's right. Toma for show. For show. The bun.
But I do appreciate that Bootleg Batman did provide an example of how you can jump ahead of the queue if you have a burning question.
Yeah.
Super chats win. So
you're gonna put the bunny in. You're gonna put the bunny in.
Yeah, what did you learn on Saturday? Where's my magic 8-ball? You shake it a little bit and be like, it's looking likely.
Chris, I do have thoughts. I've thought about this before.
Clearly. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. We need to moving the train on. So, Nicholas, on premium Dataflows Gen 1 with 2 linked Dataflows as the source, few transform queries and 3 final tables, load disabled on all except final tables, refresh takes 20 minutes. Load enabled on all, it takes 2 minutes. Why? So I would, if I had to think, maybe the load table is doing some extra. I don't know if Alex had chimed in on this at all, but I would assume if you're actually doing the load versus turning that off for Dataflows Gen 1, it may have something to do with how it's handling the data. And when it's turned off, it's got to do extra stuff for caching and whatnot. I'm completely guessing. It depends.
Because we don't know. We don't have enough information.
No, I mean, there's not enough information here, but
information.
Yeah. So, and even like few transforms. Okay, well, are you folding? Are you not folding? I don't know. Is it merging? Is it using enhanced compute? I would assume if we've got linked tables, we're probably using enhanced compute. Is my guess.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's
it's backed by premium. Right? It's backed by premium.
Yeah.
So, it depends. Bucket catching.
Yeah. But the merging piece. Are we folding? So I mean, don't know what you're doing there. So. It's kind of hard to comment on that, but hey, if loading takes 2 minutes, maybe go with that. I don't know. You can hide the tables.
I just want to let you all know that ChatGPT agreed with me about the hot dog thing, according to Paul Cooper.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Alex saying 3 final tables is what I'm thinking. They're doing some merging somewhere, and merging is always dangerous. Be very careful with merging. Also, can you do some of that further upstream, right?
Yep.
So, you know, what, I don't know what the source is, but maybe we can, if it's SQL or something like that, can we do this in a view upstream and, go that direction?
Merges are
merges are expensive. Yeah, John echoing it as well. So, merges do weird things. All right, go check that out. Avoid the merge. Don't break the fold and avoid the merge. So, all right. Let's see here. Grammys. There was a massive overload in Microsoft Power BI for South US and Europe regions. Any clue the reason? What do you mean by overload? Do you mean outage? I don't know what overload. I'm not aware of anything that happened. So I am aware of something that happened. I know it affected North Central, but I don't know. I was actually told it affected a few other regions, but I don't know what you mean by overload though. in general, if you see something like that, like open a support ticket. That's usually the best way. But without further details, I don't know. Yeah, new shirt for the conference. Avoid the merge. So yeah, yeah. Need more details on that. Not aware of anything. All right, Miguel. How are we doing on time? Oh man, we're cranking through these. No, Kevin. I did hear about that. That's bananas. So he asked if that was the roof and snow issue. I don't know. Did you hear about that, Patrick?
No.
There was one of the data centers of some kind, like apparently through venting or whatever. I don't know, but like snow got into the region and they had to power down the whole region to take care of it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was bananas. I was like, oh my gosh, someone left the window open. I don't know. So yeah, that was crazy. All right, Miguel. This is a Patrick question. Can I use RLS to hide visual and pages on Power BI report? No.
Well. Not visuals, but
not pages
I can
either.
set up RLS. Yeah, I did a video on it. You did it. One of us did a video on it. Formu wrote a blog post on it long time ago. Now, it's technically not security.
It's not security. Yeah,
right?
You're right.
It's not security. Right?
Not security.
It's not security.
It's obfuscation.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
You could do pages, not visuals. I don't know how you can do visuals.
Well, so you could do some trickery and hide the visuals by way of switching pages.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
because you can't switch bookmarks either.
Yeah, you could do.
So
Formu did a blog post long time ago. I did it, and then when the Page Navigator came out, you can create a table that populates the Page Navigator that contains the pages, and you put RLS on that. There's a video. There is a video somewhere.
So the big thing with any of that, though, is it's not doing that. Is you can leverage that as in terms of I refer to it as a hack. Don't look at that as security because it is not security. People can still get to it if they want to. So that's the big thing to be aware of on that. So yes, none. Fabric is now HIPAA compliant. Yay! There was much rejoicing. All right, AE. I'm shopping for a laptop to work with Power BI. Can you speak to laptop tech specs? I have a great experience with Power BI. I did a video on that. Hey, Alex. Patrick, were you looking for it?
No, I'm looking for my video.
Do a search for CPU, though. He's got it up on his screen. I can see his screen. Just search for CPU. Now you've got... Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Calm down. This right here?
No. All right, I don't know which one it was. I did do a video on hardware specs for yes, Jason. I did do a video on this though for tech specs on like what you need for your machine. Basically, if you've got 8 gig of memory, you need more. Because in the video, what I showed is
what about is this it? Is this it right here?
Maybe. That might be it.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Might be it.
Alex already posted it.
There
Alex
you go.
posted it.
Well, I think he probably did I think he might have done the wrong one. I don't know.
See, look, you have a video. Can you do page level security in Power BI? I told you.
Yeah, so Alex, that was the wrong video. That's about capacity CPU. So I think Patrick, the one you had was right. The 6 ways to boost perf or something like I don't know. Anyway, I do have a video out there. I talk about like 8 gig of memories too. Like with just Windows loading, if you go look at Task Manager, like you're already consuming like 6-7 gig, and that's depending also on like what all you're running in the background. So Patrick, this is actually an it depends answer. No. 8 gigs is not fine, Alex. 8 gigs is not fine. Actually, so I'll even say like we had an issue. We were dealing with a customer where their users were in India, but the capacity and stuff were in the US, and everyone was saying it's got to be network latency, and we got the network traces and everything else. And we also did a JavaScript or like a JavaScript perf trace on the client machines, and we saw like it was an underpowered machine. They had 8 gigs, and based on what they were trying to do, it was an underpowered machine. Now what we couldn't tell was it because the CPU was overloaded, they didn't have enough memory, or because they had other apps in the background that were contributing to it. That part we didn't know. But yeah, so don't have 8 gigs. My recommendation is minimum is 16 gig. I will tell you on my personal machines, even my work laptops, I've had 64 gig of memory since like for the last 10 years. So like I go big. Yeah, I know. I would actually say 32 is probably your sweet spot for most things. 64 gig if you want to get. Don't give me that look, Patrick, because that actually helped with a customer where they were saying they were like getting it out of memory, and I pulled it up on my laptop. I'm like, boom, 48 gig. I'm like, you're already over a P1, man. Don't give me that look.
I was waiting for you to. I was waiting.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, get a decent CPU. Have at least 32 gig of RAM. Should be good. Should be good.
Says the guy whose laptop has 64 gigs of RAM that he's using right now.
So, Guillermo, on Saturday, January 20th, Adam, you shared some potential news on data marts. Any update on this, or still some? I didn't. So I didn't say anything because everyone was saying don't say anything. I did not go and look back if Bogdan had tweeted about it. I want to say he did, but people were telling me he didn't. I just never looked up. So no news yet. So stay tuned. All right, Tristan, how are we doing? Oh, we're getting close. Oh my gosh, what did Crystal say? Adam has a crappy memory. So the reason I have a crappy memory is because, the reason I have a crappy memory is because my mind is direct query, not import.
Oh my god. Even if it's import, some of that stuff's gonna get evicted anyway. So.
Damn.
That's not efficient. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. All right. Tristan, can you give more info about the incoming Dataflows Gen 2 fast copy mentioned in the roadmap? Is it for all data sources, destinations, same as ADF? What perf gains? So I want to say it's dependent on the data source. Like it's not for every data source. Alex is going to be the one that really knows all about that. So I don't know if he already shared in the chat. So, look at that, Patrick. Warehouse decision guide.
Yeah, we need that.
In terms of like what perf gains you can expect, I'm sure the answer is it depends. So it depends on what you're doing with it. In general, it should be better, which is why they're implementing it. But yeah, limited set of data source. That's what I thought. So like SQL Server for sure.
Look at this.
I know.
Ooh.
I know. That's why you need to bookmark that.
Oh my god.
That is pertinent for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know how we didn't know about that. All right. Let's get one more before Chatmaster C clears the queue. Okay, hang on. Before I do that, Alex came in with some more info. Thank you, Alex. Fast copy runs the data pipeline's copy activity under the cover. It's amazingly fast, but it's really depending upon the size and scale of your data. Yeah, of course. On when you may see those directly. So yeah. It always depends. All right, let me grab Hugo's question, and then Chatmaster C can clear the queue. With Snowflake mirroring new feature coming up, would it be too good that we no longer will need Dataflows anymore? People where I work are saying that it will, and we will no longer need Dataflows. That's an absolute, it depends. Like, what are your goals? What are you doing with the data? How do you need to transform your data? You might, yes, Snowflake, you can mirror that in, and then it's actually represented in one lake. But then are you going to do something on top of that too? So that's a form of the data. Would you use Dataflows to transform that to be used somewhere else? Maybe. I don't know. You may have a business case where that makes sense.
But if not, you don't need to do anything. You're ready to go.
Yeah. So it depends. I don't know. And then hopefully, at least from my perspective, my personal opinion, you find it like amazing, and you just start like, hey, why don't we just go Fabric directly and cut Snowflake out of the picture? Did I just say that? I don't know. So, all right. We are at the halfway mark of the stream. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, mirroring is data replication. If your data isn't ready for analysis, yeah, and that's the point. Like, is that data ready, or does it need to be transformed? I doubt it's going to be in the best case possible in all cases, right? So, especially if we're thinking about a Power BI data set, we want that in a star schema.
But
is
if
the
they're
data coming
using
from
Snowflake, if they use Snowflake, they probably created a warehouse in Snowflake.
Hey,
and so
just because it
already
has
be
snow in the name doesn't mean, maybe they have a Snowflake
Okay.
layout. I don't know. That's not a guarantee.
Okay.
Come on. You've been there. All right. All right. We are cutting over to member-only chat. So members and moderators will be able to participate with the chat. Sorry, we still had questions in the queue. We never get through all of them. Come back next time. Not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, we'll be back. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, if you're using Snowflake as OLTP, you're doing it wrong. Yes, I would say that too. If you're using Synapse Data Warehouse and Fabric as an OLTP, someone actually asked me that. Like, what if I do like a bunch of like inserts and deletes in there? I'm like, don't do that. Like, that's not what Warehouse is for. Like, oh my gosh, like, don't do that. So, all right. Anyway, members and moderators will be able to participate in the chat. The rest of the folks, you can still watch the stream and learn all the good things, but you won't be able to participate in the chat directly. If you did have a burning question we didn't get to, whether you're a member or not, super chats always take priority. Just make sure you put the question in the thing, or if you just want to give us a super chat, that's cool too. We appreciate it. My join thing didn't work. What's going on? All right. Anyway. All right. Cutting over to member chat. We are in member only mode now. So as a visitor or producer tier, as a membership, you do have the ability to pre-submit a question. We do not have any pre-submitted questions today, so we're going to go right into the queue. The queue is light, so if you want to get your questions in, now's a good time. Let's do it. Kevin, good to see you. I don't know. Did we see Chewy in the chat? I don't know who's going to keep track of the dollars. Kevin said he's going to catch up later. All right.
Okay.
So, but he's leaving. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I'll write it down. We're at $5.
Well, he said he would catch up and get the dollars later.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Wait. What, Chris? Crap. Thought you cut over. I did cut over. What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, all right. Klaus coming in with a two-parter. In an API calls, already a Patrick question. I want to change the data to a dynamic date. Oh, okay. So our source is an API, and we want to change the date to a dynamic date to day minus 10 days. Okay. It works in desktop, but in the service, it's not allowed. I've tried to Bing it. Oh man, you binged it. Awesome.
.com.
But can't find the right direction. Hello, API is this. Blah, blah, blah. There must be a workaround. So, I think it's going to come down to like what transforms are supported on the given data source is my guess. Like, what was the error? Like, what did it tell you when you tried to do it? I don't know. I'm assuming there's some limit or some issue when we're trying to transform against the API. But I'm assuming you got some message when you tried to do it because it didn't work. So what was that? I don't know. So I need more info on what that is.
Alex just put something. In the chat. It sounds like you have a dynamic address. Move your query string. Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably the message that you probably got was the whole thing like, hey, can't refresh this data source, yada yada yada. So yeah, and that comes down to the dynamic piece of that. So you gotta fix that. I thought I did a video on something like that.
You did. Long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Look at that. Alex teasing some of the Copilot thing, man. So he's gonna have Copilot refactor that.
Hey,
Nice. All right, cool. So yeah, class service says dynamic value is not allowed on the data. Yeah. So don't do. There's ways you can work around that. Again, I did a video on it. I don't remember off the top of my head. But check it out. Yeah. So because there's ways that you can do it between like if you're concatenating. So the issue I saw in the past, I think what the video was, whereas I avoided doing an inline concatenation on that item because that's what was causing it. And so I went to doing like passing in parameters on that item on the line. And so that you got to switch it to use like a parameter type approach in the M syntax versus concatenation inline. That's what did it for me at least. And Alex dropping a link to the article from
something else
from Laura. So yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Alex. All right. I need to go look at that article to see if I was spot on or not. I don't know. All right, user 457. So DBA has changed some column names. Yeah, DBA. This is why we use views. We have a daily export file that are combined in a Dataflow Gen 1. How do we handle this name change? Refresh is currently failing.
I could have swore Alex and I talked about this. There was something he was saying you could do in Power Query. Besides that, use views.
Well, but I mean, you could go back into the Dataflow and you got to go like fix up the schema.
But you got to. Yeah, you got to touch it all the time, right? You got to touch it.
So there's a way you can do the dynamic, the column name load. So slap the DBA. Yeah, I know. So that's why I use a view, and you avoid that. Yeah, you got to update the Dataflow. Yeah, we don't.
Back
you can't deal with. So, and Alex, I don't know if you tried that. Can you do, I don't think you can do this, because you could do this from a code, like whenever I did like C++ or C# or C++ or whatever, like there's ways you could dynamically pick the column based on the ordinal account of it instead of the name. I don't think you can do that with Dataflows. So like you can do like column 1 and then who cares about what the column name is? It's always column 1. Obviously that has potentially other problems, but I don't think you can do that in Dataflows. Yes, Matthew. Yes, Matthew. We harness the DBA doing bad things and Matthew shows. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But info schemas is a DAX thing. You need to do this before you even get to the data model. You need to do this in Power Query.
Oh, someone else said, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the data model thing. There's a way to do it.
Alex is saying it though. You can't do it. The service doesn't support it. Okay. Yeah. Alex not chatted. I know we talked about this before.
Ideas.fabric.microsoft.com.
God, so you got to go in and change it.
Yeah. Well, or get a view.
Get a view.
Don't mess around with it.
You got to get a view.
Well, you'd have to update the view, but it's not going to break the data flow.
Yeah.
Which, if your DBA is smart, which I think we've already established that maybe, I don't know, they would update dependencies on that table to accommodate for the column name change. Then they update the view for you and life is good.
Because it needs to be a process. I mean, I'm not going in production and just changing the column name without validating anything that is going to. What? Oh, okay, Matthew.
So this goes. Matthew and I were chatting yesterday, and this goes back to a comment I made him. Is like, I just feel like all of life's real problems come down to ineffective communication.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the theme for the last 3 weeks. Just like it's communication. Anyway, all right. Chris coming in. The Power BI on-prem integration is very good. Okay, I'm assuming we're talking about a gateway. Fabric to on-prem has been lackluster. Gateway's coming. When will we see similar integrations with Data Factory, Gen 2 Dataflows, and on-prem? So Gen 2 Dataflows supports the gateway for on-prem today. It did already. I don't know if you're referring to something else outside of the gateway. The Data Factory is coming. I want to say it's soon-ish.
Ish.
Yeah, it's on the roadmap, so it's coming. I know Alex has been teasing it. So yeah, I'm like, and Chris, keep me honest. You're really referring to the gateway, right? But Dataflows Gen 2 already has that. So I don't know what would be missing from there that you would need on that front. So, all right. And we got a super chat from Michael. Jump in the queue. Look at that. Michael, is there a way to see all query runs against a data set? Yes. Trying to see if I can safely delete some columns, but want to ensure no one is using them. Yeah, in terms of like queries, two options. One, I don't recommend for a long term. You could use a profiler trace against XML endpoint. Or two, you can leverage the log analytics, bring your own log analytics integration, where it'll dump out like all of that stuff to a log analytics item, and then you can do Kusto queries and have fun with it. So yeah. So definitely go check that out. I don't know if you've looked at the log analytics, but go do it. That's how you do it. So just play DMVs. Sure, but you can't track like what's actually being used. You can see what columns are there, but you don't know dependencies on it. Like you don't know if someone's actually leveraging that query or that column. So that's why they were asking about, is there a way to track queries? Because then they could actually go say, okay, what's in the query, and then go from there.
So you could do it in DAX Studio. Somebody asked, could you do it? And you can. You could turn on all queries, but you got to keep it running.
Right.
You got to keep it running.
So the nice thing about log analytics, though, is it's technically archiving it for you, right? So you just have that run in the background, maybe run it for 24 hours or a week, and then come back in and query stuff. So you can do a KQL query against
a tool. If you use a tool like DAX Studio or Profiler, that's running on some machine, and then you gotta, so.
Yep. And then Alex coming back on the on-premise data gateway for data pipelines. He's dog-fooded it, and it's great. He keeps telling us about it. It's amazing. So he said keep an eye on the blog for announcements. And then read the roadmap, and he gave the idea site, which I think is funny. But yeah, go read the roadmap. I don't think my thing it worked in the beginning, but it's not working.
It's not working, huh?
My thing isn't working. Oh, it did work.
Okay, let's go to the next. Okay.
It did work. All right. Excellent.
All right.
All right. Let's see, Darren. Let's see. Is it bad form to use Dataflows for a 20 million row fact table? Ooh. It depends. Are we talking Dataflow Gen 1 or Dataflow Gen 2?
20 million
but
is
yeah,
nothing.
20 million is nothing. So
$6.
Yeah. Alex. All right. Alex is saying he's helped with a 1.2 billion on Dataflows Gen 2. Alex, would you have the same confidence with Dataflows Gen 1 though? I don't know if I would. Not for Dataflows Gen 1. But yeah. Adam, that's a great question. How wide is that 20 million? Yes.
Well, so if he says a fact table, I'm going to assume that all best practices have been followed with that fact table.
Horrible. Don't assume that. don't do that.
I'm going to assume all best practices. Right. Darren is following all best practices. I know he is. I know he is.
Yes. He's like, yeah, Gen 2, don't be ridiculous. All right. Yeah. And Alex also said, he's like, not Dataflows Gen 1, no, not in the billions. So, all right.
Dude, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, gosh.
Darren's like, are you kidding me? I wouldn't even consider this with Gen 1.
All right. Goes up to 11. Question. Are there any technical differences, features, performance, or specific workloads, etc., between a P1 and F64 capacities now? It's the same thing. It's just one you're purchasing on the Microsoft 365 side, the other one you're purchasing on the Azure side. But effectively, they support the same thing.
You gotta. Yep.
Yeah, either one works.
Yep.
They are the same. They are the same. All right. Good question. So, Premium supports Copilot 2.
If you turn it on, right? You got to turn on.
Well, I mean, there's a tenant switch, but yeah. But Jason said F64 supports Copilot, but yeah, they both do. So, yeah. It's a happy thing. Okay. All right, Alex. During preview, Amir said there would be some Fabric storage included. I know. With PSQs, has this amount been announced? So, where this is, so there's 100 terabytes that come with the PSQs specifically. That is specific to dataset storage, so your actual semantic model pieces. So, like if you're doing an imported dataset, that's what that's in reference to. And that was there before Fabric. That's not going away. Now, for OneLake storage, you have to pay for that. So if you are leveraging OneLake, that's where the charges come in. So in the Azure pricing page has all the info on like what the cost is and whatnot. So be aware of that. So the 100 terabyte storage, that's what comes with it. Yep, just for semantic models, data sets. So all right, here we go. Alex's question. Are you ready, Patrick? You laughed ready when it came in. Patrick, I added new columns to my table, but they aren't showing up in direct link mode. Any thoughts?
Watch the video that's coming out next week, Mr. Alex Powers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Video dropping on Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Did you see this is my Superman stand. Watch the video that's coming out next week. Well, wait. I gotta do this.
Wait. Oh, no. Do it again. Sorry, I messed it up.
So I'm Clark Kent. Kent right now, right?
Yeah.
Watch the video that's coming out next week, Mr. Alex Powers.
So that actually happened to me. I don't know if I've shared this story broadly. Like, you know it, Patrick. Because I was at Ignite. I think it was Ignite 2018, right before I was using I was using reading glasses. These are prescription glasses now because I've got old. But I didn't wear them on the video. And so I was at the booth at Ignite and I was wearing my reading glasses and someone comes up and was like, you look familiar. And I went, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's kind of cute. I'm like, wow, that worked. Like, that worked. That's the best disguise ever. So, yeah, Super Patrick.
Oh, look at that. Matthew said I'm much sexier with the glasses. Thank you, Matthew.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Alex said Amir specifically said Lakehouse and Warehouse would be included as that changed. And I remember there was a post on the blog too where he made a comment about that. Yeah, it looks like they changed from a business perspective. So yeah, that's all I can mention. Because I know like you have to pay for it. There is no default storage that comes with it. So all right.
Crystal. Oh my God. In the dark.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Oh, wow. All right, John. Moving on. Wait, what happened? There we go. Okay. What is the best way to performance test reports with RLS? Ooh. I
you
reports.
Did a video on this, didn't you?
Did I? So hang on. Let me read the full thing and I'll comment on some Deck Studio stuff. So I have reports that perform well and quickly on desktop and with member users, but RLS users significant slowdown. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure I did a video on this. And it was like, it was hard in Deck Studio at the time that I did the video. It was complicated. But then Darren Goswell did an update to DAX Studio that actually allows you to more effectively do this, similar to how you do it in Power BI Desktop. So yeah, DAX Studio is a way you can perform that with RLS, and so you can track certain things and do that. But yeah, I did do a video a while back on RLS perf.
Because you can impersonate, right, in DAX Studio now.
Wait, you could before, but you actually had to leverage on the connection string. You had to do the effective username thing, and it was complicated. It wasn't.
Now
it wasn't straightforward. Now you do the view as. Well, no, but like cancel. So here, let me go to Patrick's desktop because he has it up. But like when you connect to a model, like there's a way you can do like the view as thing once you're in the model.
When you're connected.
Yeah.
When you're connected.
That's taking so long, man. What are you doing?
I don't know why I was taking that. Okay. I said it couldn't connect. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but the thing's lit up, so there was a way. I don't remember where it is. Maybe it's on advanced, or there was.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So you can do the view as now. So that wasn't there when I recorded the video, but it's there now. So check that out.
Maybe you should update the video.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
How many gigabytes of
rolling.
RAM? I've got 64. So.
Oh, Johnny, dark mode. Oh,
dark mode. All right. So Johnny's got a question actually. Fabric shortcut to an alternative platform versus just using DQ on that other source. What's the difference? So DQ is actually a semantic layer concept where it's going to be pushing out like queries to the data source. A shortcut, you're effectively linking to think like you're linking to the storage, right? So there are technical differences with that.
Well, I think Johnny understands that part.
Okay.
I don't think we're understanding his question.
I mean, what are you doing with the data? What kind of data? I mean, it's like you gotta, with anything, if you're actually looking for like what is the perf difference between those, like you gotta run the numbers, man. I don't know. That's gonna depend. So because it's also gonna depend on, like, it's probably gonna be using different protocols at that point, connecting to the data source too, and that comes into play when we start talking about perf. So like if we're doing DQ, it's probably issuing like SQL queries or something to the data source versus shortcut. It's probably not using that. So that's where I'm putting it in in my head, I'm thinking about it from a Databricks perspective, right? So because Databricks, when we do DQ, we're actually issuing the SQL calls to it, but
I do like Christian. It does depend because these are two different things. So $7. It's two different things we're talking about, Johnny.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this next week. I think you're at Fabric. I want to know more.
He's Fabric.
I think you're going to be at Fabric.
Yeah, when you guys are walking in the crazy cold weather, you can have this discussion. Yeah. That sounds like a wonderful discussion in the freezing cold. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, because Direct Lake. I knew it. There's more. He meant Direct Lake, not shortcut. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
All right, now.
Well, so again, there's differences there, though. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's massive differences.
Difference.
It's not an apples to orange thing.
No, the data is now in the one lake,
right?
And so we're not going back to the source.
So the difference. The difference is, again, direct queries. We're going to be issuing like the SQL statements to the source, right? So we're using a TDS protocol of sorts. Yeah. Whereas when it's Direct Lake, we're actually loading the Parquet files up into memory, right? And it's
Direct Lake on Direct Lake on shortcut it takes.
But it's still the same thing.
Ooh, still the same. You're still going to that source, right? Yeah. Your storage engine is that source, however that engine, how it's going to perform, right? So, yeah. Let's talk about this, Johnny. Let's talk about it next week.
Yeah. That's a great freezing cold question.
Yeah.
Discussion.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. There was a super chat. I saw it come in. Where'd it go? Ramesh coming in with a super chat. Thank you, Ramesh. Is there a way to export a metrics object in Power BI? Would like to develop a metrics template that can be implemented in various workspaces. Oh, okay. Use a report instead. Yeah, so we're talking about the actual metrics feature. So you build out your scorecard like within metrics, and like, is there a way to like template that and reuse that in other areas? Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd have to rebuild it. So, yeah, that's kind of a pain. That's an interesting concept though. So go to ideas, make sure that's there. I'd also love to understand like the use case around that. So definitely if you do go to ideas and file it there, put in what the business case is. Like what's the challenge that you're trying to accomplish? Because that sounds like it might be interesting. I love metrics and I also hate it. It's a love-hate relationship. All right. I hear you, Johnny. Shortcut to VNetted data. I hear you.
Yep.
I heard a horn.
Yeah.
All right, Julio, how are we doing? 3 minutes. Why? No, Crystal, no. P1 with Fabric enabled. How is the best way to migrate a Power BI data set to a Parquet file plus default data
Easy.
set? Well, it depends.
Easy.
Incremental refresh configuration is the same in Dataflows Gen 2 like regular Power. Oh, so that's two different questions. So no. Incremental refresh is different in Gen 2. I think, didn't Alex do a blog post on it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So wait. Oh no, we both. Remember, I did the video and he did a blog post.
Yeah.
Alex did a great blog post. Yeah.
But it's different. You do it differently.
But the Parquet file thing, though. The Parquet
file. So they've implemented the ability, if you have a data set, you can actually drop that right into OneLake. However,
let me go look at the default data set.
You've got to be careful. And so what I think they do is they just drop the tables in there. So they're not going to drop measures or anything like that because, again, you don't want to mess around with that.
So if you go into the default data set, the OneLake integration option is disabled.
Really? Yeah, but in a custom model, you can do it.
Yeah, if I go to a custom model, though, if I go to this model.
Well, so the reason it's disabled because that's a direct lake data set. So that wouldn't make sense.
Look.
Yeah, you got to do it on an imported. It's got to be an imported data set, not a direct lake data set. Yeah. So on an imported data set, you can integrate that and it'll drop the tables from the imported model into OneLake for you. So that's one way you can do it. Outside of that, you'd have to like rebuild and get stuff into OneLake. So yeah. Plus one to Jason.
I keep
Jason,
I want to do a video.
Oh my gosh.
I keep saying I want to do a video on this, and you keep telling me not to do a video on this. This question by Julio is the reason I'm doing the video. Thank you, Julio.
Okay. And Jason, thank you for the super chat. No. And look at that. We're at time. Which is probably meaning
I gotta
like
run too.
If I hear like thump coming up, that because she's got a cup and she opened the door and I see her shadow. No.
I gotta run.
I blame you, Jason. All right. Actually, she would have done that regardless. Don't go away. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. Patrick, you okay with grabbing one more question? Because Crystal kind of threw us off. We could have got another question.
Okay, but I gotta run.
All right.
I gotta run. Yeah. Come on.
All right, Toma. Why query folding is not enabled for native queries by default, and we need to force it? That is a question that perplexes the ages. But you can go away. But you can do what?
Because it's not supported. It's not supported for all sources. Query folding for native queries is not supported for all sources. Right. So you gotta. Yeah.
So all right. That is it. We are done. So Patrick, any closing words of wisdom?
Hey, you know what? There's always people that care about you. I'm going to tell you what. I opened my door yesterday, and it's not Adam. I opened my door yesterday, and I had 2 packs of hard lifesavers sitting outside.
Patrick loves
and I'm
the
not saying
lifesavers.
it's not just because people send you stuff don't mean they care about you. It's just that they're thinking about you, right? And so if you're like, I'm personally going through a lot of stuff, but there's always people that care about you. And Crystal, I just want to say thank you so much. I want to say this for everything you do for us, not just sending me lifesavers and stuff like that, but for everything that you do for us. I truly appreciate you. Can't wait to see you in Vegas. All right, that's it, Allie. That's
all
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. No live stream next Saturday, but we'll be back the Saturday after that. So enjoy your time, and we'll see you on the interwebs. All right.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone.
Stronger now. No one left to avenge us, but we will never back down. We don't have to run, be afraid no more. When the thunder comes, we won't fear the storm. Can you hear the drums beating louder than before?